What is up, guys? Welcome back to the third installment of Gauntlet. Where we had left off, we had just finished the catacombs, and now we are on the bone barracks. As I said previously, that I would start opening up my game so that I'd be hosting the party instead of keeping it private, and as a result, it people will join in. Of course, the reason I did this was so that way I could continue to play as the elf instead of joining someone else's game and having the possibility of not being the character I so desired. But actually, I noticed as a solo player, I was doing really well, and then as soon as there's only one player that joined. And it ended up being that he was kind of at some points he was helpful, but overall he was more of a hindrance because I was able to. I don't know if I explained this. There are skull coins in the top right hand corner, and as you kill so many enemies, the red meter will begin to fill, and when that meter exceeds the fill point, you'll get a 1, and then what happens is that 1 is considered an extra life. Now, I think at about the time where I hit there was like kind of a boss. He was a necromancer midway through this game, and as soon as I get to that point, I basically defeat the boss on my own because he showed up right at the end. But as soon as we get past that, I noticed I thought my initial thought was, okay, maybe he's just using a new character, but it seemed like he had more. Like he had a newer shield, newer. I guess he had a mace, and oh, by the way, he was using the Valkyrie character, which initially starts out with like it's just a general like normal shield and sword. Well, he's obviously upgraded the character, and so he should know how to use it. But it seemed like maybe he was being carried most of the time he's been playing. Not entirely sure, but what ended up happening is he wasted a lot of my lives, and I was just kind of struggling. I think if I had kept my party closed, I might have had a better chance. But it was fun. It made it more interesting because it was a lot tougher than I anticipated. I'm not sure if this is a thing, but I think more enemies started to spawn as soon as there were more than one player playing, and a lot of games do that. For example, like Destiny or Borderlands. The amount of enemies that spawn will be a lot higher. Other than that, guys, it was pretty good. I mean, like right here, you'll see I just entered the Necromancer area. I think as soon as the first tomb is destroyed, I think he joins. I'm not entirely sure. It might be the second tomb that's destroyed and then he joins in. But you'll see here in a second. He joins in. We were doing really well, or at least it seemed like we were, because I was able to take out the Necromancer here. And then I don't know. It just made it tougher because I felt like I was like protecting this guy half the time. If you can watch his movements, he doesn't really help very much. I mean, he was more like I thought he was gonna be really good because he had that ability where he could create the illusions. And then, it just really went south after that. But I hope you guys do enjoy some of the gameplay. I did have quite a bit of fun. I mean, it was a challenge playing this without any lives, and me unlocking that healing ability definitely helped in the long run. Because what it does, I don't know if I told you the description, but when it heals me, it's a short. It doesn't heal you significantly, but it kind of feels like a short duration. But what it does is you can still attack enemy players. But what the other benefit is, it makes you invisible to the enemy spawning. So I thought initially, you'll see right here, I don't attack, but then I'll use it later on, and I was like, oh well, I can still attack the enemy, and I'm still invincible, or invisible at least to them. I don't know if I'm invincible, because obviously they don't know where I'm at. And yeah, I actually had a good amount of fun. It was interesting playing, like I said, with one life. it was kind of like putting it on a challenge mode. Oh, and as you can see, also in this gameplay, I don't know, it was the first enemy they introduced that had a shield, and what happened was his attack formation changed, meaning that once his shield was destroyed, he became faster, and I'm not entirely sure, but I think he's a little bit stronger too. But he's also weaker because he doesn't have that shield. So that was a new interesting dynamic that they added, and it made it. I think it made it a little bit more fun. I can't wait to see what they do next in the campaign. So, and as you can see, I've dwindled down to 1 life now, and I think he just really abused the fact that I was able to, produce what I need to see. Like now, he's dead, and he's gonna use the last life we have at the end, and I think it goes really quick. I think he dies almost as soon as he gets it back. It forces me to use my healing ability. Yeah, I don't know. It was like, for example, right here. He injures himself. He just walks across and injures himself. And I don't know if he gets the like the concept of the game. Like, okay, just do whatever you can to survive because it's pretty long. And see here, just used our very last life. And I don't know, guys. It was weird, to be honest. Like, I'm struggling, so I just pick up all the food I can. I'm trying to preserve the amount of healing stones that I have, and yeah, I wonder. I've never used the Valkyrie character. I don't know if he has a roll or a dash or anything. Maybe that's why he was having trouble escaping the enemy or evading them. And as you can see right here, this is probably one of the toughest areas. I think it's the toughest area in the game, just because of the amount of enemies that spawn and the type of enemy that spawns. So you'll see a lot of the enemies happen to be the ones with the shields, and well, I mean at the end of this section, the ones with the shields. But right now, the reason they're so tenacious is because you see 2 sorcerers up there by the top right stone, and what they do is they take control of the I guess the zombies, the undead, whatever. And you'll see their heads, they glow like a purple color, and what that means is they take more damage, and they're harder to kill. And as soon as they're out of the that sorcerer's range, they'll return back to normal. But see, when you have a bunch of knights with shields and the sorcerers controlling them, pretty tough. But yeah, I just decided, I'd leave the area as soon as they started forming in, because I was done with this level. It really kind of sucked. But here you'll see on the next video we'll do the grave of the torturer, and that will be it, guys. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye.